Hi, my name is Schoch, and in my research at the Cathie Marsh Institute, I am looking at the phenomenon of political astroturfing on social media, probably better known as disinformation or fake news distribution on social media. Something everyone has heard of, at least since the US election 2016, where the Russian trolls or Russian bots allegedly had an influence on public opinion on the election. So how did we get there? If you look at the Journal of Democracy, in July 2010, there was an article describing the internet as a liberating technology for people. Just 7 years later, then same journal, it suddenly, can democracy survive the internet? So complete shift of opinion of the role of the internet. How did we get there? So if we look back to the beginning of the 2010s, it's like we had a lot of these social movements, so grassroots movements that originated or were organized via social media. The Arab Spring movements were sometimes referred to as the Twitter revolution. We have the Indignados movement and Occupy Wall Street. All kind of were coordinated via social media, but still the action came to the streets. Now, if this is kind of a system that works, of course this gets interesting for political stakeholders also. So maybe we can steer public opinions like that. But if we start these kind of movements, it should be clear that this is not from the government originating or from these political stakeholders, but because otherwise people might not follow them. So it must look like something organic, like an organic grassroots movement, but it is anticipated and thus fake. And this is where the term political astroturfing comes from, astroturf being a brand for fake grass. So to sum this up, what we are looking at is fake grassroots movements, which are centrally coordinated disinformation campaigns in which participants pretend to be ordinary citizens that are acting independently as part of a genuine grassroots movement, but they are not. If we look at the research that exists, it's usually it's mentioned the Russian bots or Russian trolls at the beginning. People are looking at bots. The bots are the ones that are distributing the messages and so forth. So, and we have a lot of sophisticated machine learning techniques nowadays to detect these kind of bots. The question is, though, first of all, not every bot is, of course, a part of an astroturfing campaign. There are a lot of legitimate bots that say tweet news or whatever that are not part at all of campaigns. Also, what about the human campaign, the human component of these campaigns? Is it only bots that are active on social media? How do humans fit into this? And this is where my research fits in. So we are looking not at account level. So we're trying to identify, is this account a bot? Is this account a bot or not? We are looking at a bigger picture. We are trying to find accounts that are coordinating in a sense. So we're trying to uncover coordination among accounts, and then it doesn't matter if these are humans or bots. And this is very nicely kind of summarized with this little funny video. This coordination might be that there is one human kind of controlling several accounts. He's posting messages with one account and then copy pasting them to the other accounts, and they are basically behaving the same as that account does. Or that account posts something and all the other accounts are used to retweet that message within a short time period. And we can think about a lot of different coordination patterns that might occur by simply looking at more than just the account level, but on what we refer to like a network level. So these are the kinds of networks we are looking at, what we call coordination networks that occur if accounts coordinate in a way. So the nodes in these networks are accounts, and they are connected if they send, in this case, the same tweet within a short time window. So if you imagine this is now a picture of an actual campaign. So you see a lot of accounts do actually coordinate, something that we would not expect from regular users, that they post exactly the same the same tweet within a short time, that they retweet all the time the same thing at the same time. So this is why these accounts will stand out. They coordinate. It's not something account specific, but on this coordination level. Now, if you're wondering about the human component, how do we find that these accounts might also be manned by humans? This is very interesting if you look at their activity through the day and through the week. So in this plot, if you look at the black dotted line, this is the activity of regular Twitter users. You see during the day they are quite inactive, and then in the evening after work they become more active and post more. If we look at campaigns, on the other hand, for instance the red one, you see that their activity spikes during office hours. So here maybe 9 o'clock, then it goes up during the day, and then after the office hours are over, they stop their activity, because this is their job. They are in their company, their Astroturfing company, and they tweet for the campaign, and when they go home they will stop doing that. Even more interesting is if you look at these other colored campaigns, who actually have a dip around 12. So in these campaigns, at least the agents who are tweeting get seemingly a lunch break. The same holds if you look at, of course, the weekday pattern. All campaigns kind of dip on Saturday, Sunday. They have their days off. And if we compare to regular users, they actually go up on the weekend, because then they have time to tweet. And the question, of course, is, now that we kind of have an idea how they coordinate and so forth, are these campaigns effective? Do they have are they able to change people's opinions? And this is where most of the research is, I think, at the moment. This transferring this big online presence of these bots or human accounts of these campaigns to something, an impact on the offline world. This is something that is still not clear if these campaigns are actually able to do anything, and that's why I would say, it is an issue, but nothing that we should completely become panicky about. So keep calm and carry on your social media work.